Hey, Amanda, how's it going?
Doing well, Charlene. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited to talk to you again. We've had a bit of a break and now we're back at it, and we're thinking that we may do these videos, just informative videos, at least once a month, maybe more, in terms of why and what's going on with the interest rates. And I know that there's another announcement in July. What do you think, Amanda?
Yeah, I think that we'll try to do them at least once a month, if not more. I think we're going to see a lot of change in our market over the next few months, and we can keep everybody up to date on what we're seeing and what we're experiencing.
Sounds good. So I'm going to go and introduce myself. I am Charlene Williams. I'm a real estate broker for more than 15 years now. I've been with Real Estate Homeward for the last 4 years, and I'm going to send it over to Amanda so she can introduce herself.
Yes, my name is Amanda Pivar. I'm a mortgage agent with Mortgage Connection, and I've been in the industry for just over a broker for just over 10 years and the industry just over 13 years. And we are here to answer all of your mortgage and real estate questions.
But in the interim, what we're going to do is explain to you the difference between the fixed rate and the variable rate. And there's been lots of talk. The announcement was on Wednesday. The Bank of Canada finally dropped it by 0.25%.
That is correct. We finally are getting a break and they dropped interest rates. So just to kind of put it in some number perspective, for every $100,000 of mortgage somebody has, they can expect their payment to drop about $16 a month, which, people say, oh, that doesn't seem like a lot. But if you're carrying $1 million mortgage, that's actually a pretty big difference in your pocket every month, about $160 times that by 12. And it's a good start because we do expect the bank to drop the rates. Now, is it going to be the next meeting? We don't know for sure. There are quite a bit of data coming out between now and then for the CPI, the employment numbers, and inflation numbers that will help determine how quickly and when our next drop is. So, great win for any variable rate buyers or mortgage holders. And we'll keep you posted as things continue.
Okay, so that's a lot of information to unpack. So what we're looking at is, for example, I have a mortgage of $600,000, and I'm looking at 6 times 16.
You are indeed.
Okay. Okay, so that doesn't turn out to be a lot, but do you find that it might bring buyers back to the market? What do you think?
I think what it will do is show some stability within our market that will help give buyers encouragement to come back. Do I think a quarter point is ultimately the decision that's going to have someone buy or not? No, but what I think it does is just create a sense of stability. It's like psychological. When somebody sees positive news and we're starting to see things kind of rebound, people are realizing, you know what, maybe I should be getting on the market. And I think we've been saying this for months now. Anyone who's been sitting on the fence of whether it's time to buy or not, buy. We saw our first drop. We know based off of data that if the rates go down 1%, we should see about a 9% increase in pricing. So instead of being stuck in the bidding wars and the craziness, now's a great time for someone to get into the market because we are now on the right track to see things go back to a more normal level.
Right. So there is a lot of inventory on the market. I've been on the MLS. I know that there are quite a few single family homes, that are waiting to be sold. Our days on market is exceeding 30 in some areas. So there are lots of available properties. I know the condo market has quite a few condos for sale that they're looking for buyers. So if you're looking and you're interested, it's better to get in now and yeah, do a 6 month mortgage. We talked about a 6 month mortgage, right?
Yes, so for any buyers who are putting less than 20% down payment, I love the 6 month mortgage for two reasons. So the first reason is one, really helps you qualify for a higher amount. Right now, the 6 month mortgage is at 4.39%. So we're only qualifying on 6.34. When I did the numbers recently for a client and we compared to doing it on the 5 year versus the 6 month, It approved them for about $22,000 more. In the condo world, that's the difference of being able to get into the market or not getting in. But the second reason I'm loving the 6 month right now is time. We're just on the brink of starting to see things go back to a more normal level and going down. So 6 months kind of gives the buyer the opportunity to kind of weather the storm for 6 months, because I think we will be in a very different position. And then at that time, be able to lock in. And they also just say September, things are a lot better than they would be in 6 months. You can always lock in at that time as well.
Right, right. So, predictions. What are we thinking? Because July is another announcement by the Bank of Canada. What do you think about if they're going to drop it again? Historically, it has been that if they drop it once, they continue to drop it. Um, I'm going to hold out hope that we're going to go down 1 full% by December. I'm holding out hope for that. So, what do you think?
I would love to say that's probably what's going to happen, but I also think it's too soon to determine anything. I'm a big numbers person. I like to look at, inflation numbers, the CPI numbers. I don't think that one drop is going to affect us negatively when it comes to inflation going back up. I don't think just because we're down that people are going to go on a buying spree. So I'm hopeful that we will see at least another drop or two. And I would love four, but really I want to see what the data says first before I make my prediction.
Okay, so another drop or two. Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it,
Okay,
Amanda.
no problem. You can for sure.
Yeah, so what we have here is lots of inventory, just to recap, lots of inventory on the market. If you're a buyer, get out there and buy. I know the sellers would love to sell their homes, lots of condos to choose from. I mean, you're looking at a luxury condo right now. I've got a listing in Mimico, 2 bedroom, 2 bathrooms. We're out at 870, which is unheard of in that area. So we're the lowest priced in the building, and we need to sell. So come out.
Yeah, motivated sellers, I think, is a buyer's dream. And that's why I think buyers who, are sitting on the fence, like I said before, now is the time to start making moves. I'm predicting that we're going to have a very busy summer market, which is not the norm. Normally, the summer is very quiet, but I think, especially if we see another Bank of Canada drop in July, hold on, fall market, it's going to be wild.
Right, right. And I know that the announcement came out that May there was like 22% less sales, and we all felt it. We all have listings on the market that are just sitting there. So, yeah, 22% drop in sales year over year. So last May there was 22% more. And the mortgage rate was the interest rate was still the same. So now we have a drop. Let's get out there and buy our first home or our forever home
Or an investment property. I think
or
that
an investment
I
property.
think
Yeah.
now's an excellent time for investors. I mean, I know a lot of people are scared off by the new capital gains rule, but the one thing that I always remind my clients is investments in real estate is a long-term, not a short-term. This is not the
Yes.
first time that we've seen changes in capital gains. It's probably not going to be our last. We've actually seen from previous parties that they dropped our capital gains. Now the liberals have increased them. That's not to say that the conservatives don't come back in the next couple of years and put it back to a more normal level. So I wouldn't let capital gains be my deciding factor, because it's something that could change year over year.
Right, right. And that's entirely true. So what's gonna happen now? So you sent me a marketing piece on pre-qualifications and pre-approvals and the difference.
Yeah.
I want to be able to attach that as a free giveaway to our viewers,
Mhm.
anybody that catches us on YouTube. I'm going to put the link on there so you can pick it up yourselves. But briefly, difference between pre-qualification and a pre-approval.
So pre-qualification is really when you're going online, you're pinching in the numbers to kind of figure out what you think you can afford based off of the data. The pre-approval is actually talking to a mortgage professional, it's filling out the application form, having your credit checked, and providing documentation to make sure that you can shop with confidence. Sometimes I find with the pre-qualifications online, my clients will do it and then I'll do it and the numbers are completely different just because they're not the most straightforward. They sometimes say like, what is your monthly expenses? And someone will add rent. Well, that's going to be gone when you actually purchase. So pre-qualification is great. It kind of gives you a starter point, but I highly recommend those pre-approvals if you're an active buyer.
Right, right. So again, some literature on this, and we'll send a link in our YouTube video so that you can have it and you can read it. So thanks very much for everything, Amanda, and thank you for that piece. And yeah, I look forward to talking to you again very, very soon.
Absolutely. I love these calls. So thank you for having me, Charlene.
Oh, you're welcome. Take care.